Eh, satu, dua, tiga. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to review the ITS Humas data presentation. We are Group 3. My name is Ferial.
My name is Faiz.
And my name is Evan.
So we can start next. So the data presentation that we are going to review is the count of active student in ITS from 2019 to 2024. So next.
Okay, so for the first one, we have a map that shows the data for students in Indonesia. There are problems with this map. Essentially, the markers are too large and they are too cluttered, meaning we can't analyze. We can't analyze Java, for example, and we can't analyze that because the markers are too big and we can't look at them individually. For the improvement, we can either create a dedicated page just to show this data set, or we can resize the map and allow the markers to be smaller. We can also add a filter feature that only filters certain data. For example, we can add a constraint that lets only data of certain value be put into the map to filter out unnecessary data. And for this one, it has two problems. The label legend has cut off text, meaning the key, the legend, it doesn't show the total, doesn't show the full string, meaning we don't exactly know what these colors should are. For example, the color orange, it says total something, total, I don't know, total C. It's not enough detail. To improve it, you can resize the labels so that the entire text can be read. And there are also some other the table is very cumbersome to read and hard because we as humans we read from left to right, but this data shows time value from bottom to up, and that's not standard. So to improve it, you can express it in more readable way using a line graph, with the x-axis being time, so 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 being the x-axis, and the y-axis being the quantity of students. And for the line graph, we can have 3 lines. First line being total graduates, second line being timely graduates, third line being cum laude graduates. And this is an example of the time graph. Although in this example the colors still aren't that great, we can easily change the colors of the line. For example, blue. For example, we can change the cum laude to blue, tapak to orange, and total cum laude to pink because they are contrasting in the color wheel. Blue and orange are opposite colors in the color wheel, so we can put them together without any worry.
So the next data that we are going to review is the study level of every student in ITS. The problem with this graph is that the purple and the pink have no values and labels. To improve this, we can change this graph into a bar chart for readability or not, since it already shows different segments of different study level. And we can add percentage values to purple and pink, and then we could add labels to the purple and pink. Next. So here is the improved pie graph of the study level of every student. There we have D3 and S3 study level with details about them. And next, and this is the graph of every student that either out from ITS or have been dropped out by the ETS. The problem with this graph is that the thin bar makes it hard to see, and the lack of great lines makes it hard to see the difference, and unclear what the graph is supposed to represent, and not all bars are labeled. And to improve this, we could instead use a similar shades of color, use distinguished colors, resize the bars, add grid lines for measuring, add labels, and make it a horizontal graph. Also space out the bars. So here we can see the improved bar graph in 2020 and 2010, where we have the dropout, which is colored dark blue, and who those who have been out by themselves with light blue color.
Okay, so in here we are have the average length of study level. In every study level, there are S1, S2, PR, D4, and D3. So what is the problem of this kind of the data? Problem is the first is there are no y-axis label. Second is no x-axis label. So we hard to understand what is the data means. So to improve this, we need to add white lines and the ticks. As we can see in here, there are the X line explanation and the Y. And the next, we have the sex gender data. The first is a param titik-titik, and here there is laki-laki. So what is the problem of this data? The first is the data is have small size, makes the color blend together, and the text is cut off, just like in here. So to improve this, we need to make the param orange. So make it more clear, and then param is the question is the param it itself. So the improvement we need to make it like param one in here, and the data, the fixation of the data is like this. Arigato gozaimasu. That's all. I think that's all from the group 3.